Hi, everyone. I'm Nancy.
And I'm Stephanie.
And if you enjoy our show, please like and subscribe.
And hit that notification bell.
God, I hate that song. We're also on Instagram at TWiN, and you can also find us on X. Hey, guys, thanks for being so patient. Stephanie, are you doing better today?
Yes.
Do you feel like you are?
I mean, every day
on
is
the
better.
mend?
I have a sprained ankle.
We know that.
It's not pleasant.
We know that. Thank you for being so patient with us. We had recorded a show yesterday, but I didn't like it, and I'm glad that I didn't use it because the Hollywood Reporter put out a review. So now we can include it. So thank you, Hollywood Reporter. That way the Sussex Squad cannot go around like they were last night saying things like the British media are the only ones that don't like this show. So Stephanie and I yesterday morning took notes.
Copious notes.
Copious notes. And you know how good Stephanie is with notes if you've seen her Sex and the City recap episodes.
And just like that.
Yeah. But all I can say is I felt like I was watching a fever dream / like someone in a mental asylum that has like different personalities, like a woman in the 50s that her husband drove her to upstate New York because she just kept changing personalities,
and they gave her Thorazine.
Yeah, something like that, and they kept strapping her to a bed. Or like, have you guys seen Nurse Ratched on Netflix? Mm-hmm. That's a good series.
Great show.
It reminded me of Nurse Ratched and like something. Yeah, so she just kept changing personalities. But before we get to that, let's see if it made it on the Netflix top 10, Stephanie, because aren't you interested? Because last time it was 7 or 8, right? The day it came out.
I think it was 8.
I think it was 8. I think it was.
8th,
okay, so
8th place.
Yeah, let's check this out and see what's going on here. I want to thank Royally Sage because she was totally up to date on everything, and this saves me so much time because I don't know how to find this kind of stuff out.
Stats.
I'm not good with the stats and looking at stuff like that. So thank you, Royally Sage. If you guys aren't following her on X, go do it right now. It's like one of my favorite pages. Rachel's show is not showing up in the top 10. Well, that's weird. That's so weird because you'd think it would show up in the top 10 because she's so popular. Netflix is her partner. They believe in her so much. I have no idea what any of these shows are. I actually know what Wednesday is.
Yeah.
Because it's the Addams Family thing. I never got into it, but I hear it's really popular. So the fact that they put out Wednesday is not good for Meghan.
No.
Brittany over at Royal News Network says yesterday was a bit of a disaster for Meghan Markle. With love, Meghan failed to make it into the U.S. top 10 on Netflix, and her As Ever merchandise failed to sell out. Not to mention Taylor Swift's big announcement, which Stephanie and I are going to save for another show because we got a whole thing to talk about on that. Now she could be finally stocking As Ever correctly. But regardless, it still makes it look like her brand had a strong launch and then has catastrophically flopped as customers' curiosity has been sated and they don't want more. Good call. Or they just don't have the money. This, again, is why smart people don't employ the scarcity tactic. Once it fails, it makes it look like everything is failing, and it's hard to argue against the failure here. Stephanie and I warned Meghan against this. If you do not have the capital like the Kardashians and then make it look like you sold out again and again and again, and you don't have the partners to make it look like that, you're totally screwed.
Well, I mean, I've been saying this for months. Bot farms are expensive.
They are.
They're not cheap. That's why the Kardashians still look like they're doing well.
Got beat out by a Halle Berry Netflix movie.
Jeez.
Wow.
What's hostage?
I have no idea. Like I said, I don't know any of these shows. Oh, Kill Tony. I can't believe Kill Tony beat Meghan.
What is that?
That is poetic justice. That's the guy who at the Madison Square Garden Trump rally before he became president. Do you remember the guy that did the joke. He's always on Joe Rogan. He's part of the Manosphere, and he did the Puerto Rican joke about it being
I read
garbage
about it, yeah.
island.
Yeah.
And everyone came out and said he lost Trump the election. Netflix is giving him
Wow.
a show.
Yeah. And it beat Meghan.
Oh my God. Netflix really just cares about money and the numbers because, oh my God, she is so screwed. She's so screwed. This isn't allegedly. She is so screwed. Waiting for more info, but these are the stats so far. Did she really debut at number 73 for total TV shows? I don't see her in the top 10. And there she is at number 73. So you mean to tell me Perfect Match, whatever this show is, already aired and it still beat With Love Meghan? You guys, where's the balloons? Why didn't we bust out the balloons and the party
Where's
hats
the confetti?
again? I don't know. We're going to have another party, and it's not going to be today, but trust me, our live we're gonna have another party.
Scott, we're gonna have a party.
It's gonna be so
Scott, we're gonna have a party.
Great. So now that we know it was a complete flop and everybody did exactly what we were all asking you to do, please don't hate watch it. We will explain every cringy detail to you. Here it is. I have video footage. I have pictures. Stephanie's got her copious notes.
Nancy has post-traumatic stress disorder.
I haven't slept.
Yeah.
It is going to be a recipe for fun. So get ready. The show starts with Meghan and Daniel Martin.
Man.
Right off the bat, Daniel is there and they are acting like the War of the Roses, or remember The Ref with Dennis Leary, that
Great
with
movie.
Kevin Spacey?
Great
Like,
movie.
Daniel looked upset. This is another thing, and I don't know about you, but in all 8 episodes, Meghan looked pissed. Like, this was definitely off the cutting room floor, and they really had to piece this together because it was so easy to find just shots of her just not having a good time. She's like, we have people coming over today.
We're gonna put makeup on each other.
Yeah, it's gonna be so much fun. We're gonna paint each other's toenails. But she's being like condescending to him the entire time.
Yes. She goes, double date.
She literally talks to Daniel like it's a baby learning new words, like double date, double date. He was just repeating everything she was saying. Like she was teaching him words.
He definitely looks like he's under some kind of mind control.
Yes. So she tells Daniel that she's invited, and I can't remember her first name. Do you remember her first name? I don't really care. It doesn't
Evelyn.
matter.
I don't know.
Cynthia, whatever.
Stacy.
Yeah. So she's like, the girl from Milk Bar's coming over. Like, Daniel doesn't already know they're in the other room ready to walk in.
He definitely wanted everyone to know she has a friend
Yes.
named Daniel.
Yes.
Martin.
Yes.
That's what she wanted.
He looks like he's being held hostage here. Like, the girl from the Milk Bar, and that is the other chef. This dude did not want to be there.
No.
At all. Daniel, for some reason, gives him the creeps at some point.
Like he knows this is his downfall.
He just
Like he's walking into sniper fire.
He kept like kind of like putting
Back
himself in the background. Like he wanted nothing to do with it. So Meghan and Daniel are making them super uncomfortable. And I immediately turn to Stephanie and I go, oh my God, this is like The Office, the episode, The Dinner Party, where Jan and Michael are making their guests so uncomfortable. I mean, literally, that's all it reminded me of. Guys, you could feel the tension between everybody in the room.
They're having a competition on how to make people uncomfortable, and they're both winning.
Yes. The first thing she makes on the show is fried eggs.
I thought it would be duck.
This is another thing they kept doing on the show because they were trying to fill time. I don't think they had a lot of time with each guest. Like Chrissy Teigen and Jay Shetty and Milk Bar, I think they only gave them like a certain amount of time. You've got maybe like 45 minutes because it kept going then to Meghan doing crafts.
By herself.
By herself.
Not teaching anyone, not learning anything. Just doing it by herself.
Meghan was literally making this by herself, not talking about it, just kind of like muffling to herself. And
Squiggly lines.
yeah, it was so weird. And then she kept looking at the director and she says, see, look. And look, she even says, it's cool.
It's cool.
It's cool.
Look what I did.
Yeah.
Look, it's so cute. Okay, we're dolled up. We are dolled up.
Look at Daniel.
Girl feels obligated because Meghan gave it to him as gifts. As soon as Meghan turned around, his soul died at that point. Like he just wanted, I'm telling you guys,
He wants out.
He wanted out of his body in this entire episode. Then she's talking to the group. And again, there's 3 adults in the room, but she's talking to them like they're toddlers. And she goes, I've got a fun activity plan.
Yeah.
And they're like, what? We're going to arrange flowers. We're going to do flower arrangements, which is something she did in the first one.
But she was making it like a sport, like a competitive sport. She was pinning everyone against each other, which is classic narcissism.
But she also did this thing where she made it look like it was their idea.
Yeah.
No, she did.
She put the blame on other people.
She was, guys, like, let's not be competitive. Let's not do that. But oh my God, let's do, this.
She kept saying, let's just play.
Yeah.
She kept saying play. I swear to God, Nancy, she said play 45 times in under a minute. She said, play with us.
And then
play with
she
me.
goes, I bet you didn't know I know how to do flower arrangements and calligraphy. I mean, guys, she said that. This stuff must have been on the cutting room floor because there's no way that Netflix would think this made her look good in any way. She was being so bitchy about everything.
The first credit after every single episode says producer Meghan, Duchess of Sussex. Yeah. So she must have seen some of this crap.
Yeah. So she's overlooking this and she's making her flower arrangements. And Daniel, you can tell, is like, he knows he doesn't even want to compete with her because he's probably been in this situation before and he knows he's not going to win. So he makes like the dinkiest little flower arrangement. Meghan comes out with this. I said, she is not great at flower arrangements, but the group just wanted to end it. So they go, oh, Meghan wins. It's like they just wanted it to end. They didn't care. And she gave herself the best vase. Remember, she goes, pick the best vase. And then she gave herself the biggest one.
Yeah, but she wanted to be relatable. And there was a crack in the vase. Remember? And she put the water in and she goes, oh, there's a hole in this one. But it's okay. She still use it.
Freaked.
She flipped out.
I'm telling you guys, I think it was like she thought they were like, we'll just do it over or we'll reshoot it because her face in that, she looked like she was going to kill someone.
Yeah, it was terrible.
Okay, so that was horrible. Finally, they go inside and they're about to make something. They're about to make s'mores, okay? And this is where the milk bar girl comes in. But before they do it, Meghan says, I don't enjoy baking.
Mm-hmm.
So I immediately turn to Stephanie on that line and I go, but she's selling people shortbread and crepes.
Yep.
And flowers. She's telling people that she hates baking, but she's trying to sell people on baking.
Yes.
I'm not kidding. She literally, I
don't like the measurements.
It's quoted right here. I don't enjoy baking. Yeah. It's right here. You can fact check me. So she's explaining how to do this. And at one point, I want to hear it because it's kind of interesting because I don't bake, but it is kind of interesting to hear the process of like making marshmallows. Meghan, unfortunately, does not let her get, like you can see her mouth moving. Mm-hmm. She doesn't let her talk.
No.
She keeps talking over her. You guys know that Kristen Wiig character on SNL where she's playing with her hair and someone's talking and then she's got to finish it and she goes, yeah, and I did that too. And do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
And she goes, yeah, and it was really fun. And I built a spaceship too. And I took it to Mars and I did. She's always got like one up someone. That was Meghan in this scene. Yep. She just kept talking over her. And then look at the girl. At one point, she's just like, what do you want to say? Get it all out now so I can finish my sentence.
Look at the fist.
Yeah. No, she was ready.
She was like, I'm ready to go.
No, she was. You could tell she was stressed because Meghan would not stop interrupting her.
She was at the end of her rope.
Yes. Then finally, Meghan shut up and let her explain it. But this was the expression. in all 8 episodes, guys, we could not get a smile out of this girl. So finally, she gives Meghan a job to do, and she's talking more. Meghan does not like this because Meghan does not like being the sous chef.
She is disgusted.
She hates every minute of this.
Yeah.
She's then just like, I can't say the word, effing the Cuisinart. Like she wants to stick that girl's hand in it at some point
and see what happens.
I mean, guys, we're not kidding. It was aggressive. It was mean. I see now what people are talking about with the bullying. She really is intimidating. I can
Being in a room with her would be scary.
At one point, I felt like I was in trouble. Like, yeah, but I was on the other side of the screen, and I'm like, oh man, I better not say anything.
Yeah, don't talk.
I couldn't get one picture with her cracking a smile.
Yeah.
And I tried, guys. I was sitting there with my phone. I'm like, because no one's going to believe me. No one's going to believe me when I say that she was just wanting to kill everybody in that room. So the marshmallow's going, and then she becomes like this close talker, like that guy from Seinfeld. He's like, tell me about because she knows that if she stares at somebody long enough, she can intimidate them. So finally, the milk bar girl, she gave up and looked down. Well, like, I mean, when you're having a staring contest.
Well, when you see the whites of someone's eyes, yes, is the tell.
And then there was all this dead space when they were talking. Like, they couldn't fill the conversation. It was all music. So then it was David's turn to cook. And he started rushing everything, and it made Meghan very nervous. Like, he ran to the fridge. He tried to get everything out because I guess he's known for like just making stuff out of whatever ingredients.
I heard he makes a mean ramen. Like, I'm into that.
Oh, I'm sure you are, because gone you eat.
I love ramen.
Yeah. So Meghan doesn't like this. He's talking really fast. He's saying words she doesn't understand. At one point, she's glaring at him, hoping that her eyes will shoot laser beams and just make him disappear.
Laser cats.
It's really bad. And the whole time she's drinking. Did we mention that in every episode she's drinking and she's making toast? We're not kidding. So then she goes, you guys go and do the grill. And they go out there, but they have nothing to say to each other. Yeah. It's so uncomfortable. Reminded me of that time that Phoebe and Rachel went out for the first time after Rachel had the baby. They told Ross to entertain Phoebe's new boyfriend, Mike. And they didn't have anything to talk about the entire time. That was David and Daniel.
Yes.
Then at one point, David looked at his watch. Then the last scene is them outside eating s'mores. Daniel gets like super excited though. Remember when he heard about the peanut butter?
Oh dear. He's a peanut butter lover.
Yeah. My family's s'more is actually not regular chocolate. It's a peanut butter cup. Like,
Shut up.
Shut up.
I mean, peanut butter cups?
What?
Where do you buy those?
I got goosebumps.
I'm trying to think when that Jamie Kern Lima thing came out. Was that before or after? Oh, it was before. I've got full on body chills.
Body chills.
I think Daniel might have just topped her. I've got goosebumps over peanut butter cups. Okay, so, and then there was also a really awkward part. And this is when Meghan really started to demean Daniel. And Daniel, I hope you're watching this. I really do, okay? Because she was being really rude to you. But the rudest thing was when David gave you a compliment about your sous chef skills. And he goes, you know, you could make your own restaurant. You could be a restaurateur. And then Meghan turns to Daniel and she goes, and then you can do people's makeup as they walk out.
Yeah.
She said it like that. I can't play it because it's copywritten, but she did do it. Would you think you could just do that? And then he's like applying the makeup on her. You could tell it's just kind of like part of the B-roll. The B-roll is just like, the B-roll is pretty much these 8 episodes.
That's what it should have been called.
It should have been called the B-roll.
Instead of part 2.
Yeah.
B-roll.
So she's getting her makeup done. She goes, I should put makeup on you. He says no like 2 times. Like, you could tell he doesn't want to do it at first. No. He just didn't want to do it, and he just had to do it because she just insisted. She kept insisting.
Yeah.
So yeah,
she definitely pushed herself on him.
Yeah. So just keep in mind that is what Netflix put out as the first episode to entice people to watch the rest of the series. So you can imagine now what the rest of the series is going to be like.
I was visibly upset.
Yeah.
Like I remember walking upstairs at one point and just being like upset,
Yeah.
like mad
Yeah.
that we have to go through 7 more of these.
Yeah.
Like it was like a visceral reaction.
Yeah. So Meghan starts episode 2. Oh my God. Making starter sourdough. Like you have to make the starter mix. And it took her.
This was the Titanic lady. It's been 84 years.
Yeah. Oh my God. That's what
Nancy,
it was.
it took 84 years for her to make sourdough bread.
Okay. So, like, none of us didn't learn how to do this during the pandemic. So she's making the starter mix. Again, you guys, do you notice what's next to the sourdough starter mix?
Wine.
There's more wine. I'm not kidding.
Not
you
her
guys.
wine. Good wine.
Yeah, no, I doubt it was
No,
her wine.
it was good
not
wine.
Her wine. It was
Yes.
probably the wine that the people that own the house. She probably went down to the cellar and just grabbed a bottle or something.
She didn't care.
But she's drinking wine while she's making this sourdough starter mix.
But there's nothing wrong. Let's be
Yeah.
honest. When people cook, I've never met a chef that doesn't drink when they're cooking.
Yeah, no.
I've never met one, and I've met a lot.
But seeing the way she's looking these days and how gaunt and kind of just like not full of life she is, it is a little weird how much drinking she does.
Well,
do.
I would love
mean,
to have seen the cigarette next to it. That's what I wanted.
Stephanie secretly thinks she smokes cigarettes.
I don't secretly think that. I think that.
Yeah. Chrissy Teigen is coming over, and it takes her 4 days to get this bread made.
There's the wine again.
And the wine is there the entire time. And she makes toast. Guys, like we said, she made toast in every episode. And she thought that Chrissy would like this. Because when I go to somebody's house, I don't want to have like, you know, cute little amuse bouches where I can just pop into my mouth. I want a sloppy piece of toast that I can just shove into. I mean, who serves toast to guests? So she makes the toast. She's super proud of herself.
I think they were going off of Chrissy's and John's Instagram thing, the best bite of the year or the best bite of my life or something. Remember when she ate the jam?
She made a grilled cheese though. She
I know.
No, dude, she just doesn't know how to make anything else.
Yeah.
And then she was look at the flowers over there. She was placing that. Now, before Chrissy comes over, she wants the audience to know straight up that she has not spoken to Chrissy for 20 years.
Yep.
She washes her hands of anything Chrissy has done.
I haven't seen her in 20 years.
She hasn't read about her.
No.
She doesn't know anything Chrissy is up to
no.
at all. Any controversies
bullies
that went on.
What are bullies?
She just wants you guys to know that she is completely innocent. Okay.
Her hands are clean.
Totally clean. John Legend walks in.
Oh, man.
And this is so Chrissy Teigen, because if you guys are familiar with Chrissy and John's relationship, because I used to follow them on Instagram, they are very codependent on each other.
Oh, yeah.
And she's very codependent on him. And she's not, listen, she's a bully. I'll give her that. She should not have done what she did. But she also is not that bright. She's not the sharpest tool in the shed.
She's not.
So he's always like there to make sure she doesn't screw up. But what was so funny is this is all he said. He goes, "I'll let you guys shoot. Bye." And then he just turned around and went in the other room. Like he was her babysitter. It was really, I personally thought this was funny.
But then Meghan says at one point, if I knew John would be here, I would have had H come. What is that?
Like you didn't know John and Chrissy were in the other room?
You didn't know it at a rented house that you're filming?
That's
and there's
scripted?
A huge production crew.
Yeah.
That's exactly. Oh, if I knew John was coming over, I would have had H come here too.
She's telling Chrissy about this sourdough. Chrissy Teigen, like I said, before the bullying, before all that stuff, I used to follow her on Instagram. Chrissy knows how to make bread. This girl can cook. She had a deal with Target.
Mhm.
She has like 4 cookbooks out there. She's got a collection called Cravings by Chrissy Teigen. But this episode made me root for Chrissy because Chrissy was trying to be so polite and nice to her and act like she had never seen bread before. Like, you made that?
It's so crispy on the outside and doughy on the inside.
Oh my God.
Look at the crispiness.
Then
Oh,
Meghan started getting really aggressive with
choose
Chrissy.
your weapon.
It started getting really, really
You
creepy.
can tell that they hate each other.
Yeah.
You could just tell.
Something is happening. And Meghan looked disheveled in all these episodes
yeah,
too. That's
yeah.
why this is another thing. Like, you could tell they were like, we just won't use this footage. It was almost like she had good days and bad days. And in the first season, or part 1 that we saw a
Those
couple
were the
months ago,
good
those were
days.
the good days she has. And then they decided to do this footage of all the bad days she
Yeah.
had. Like, she
It's
just had,
Sybil's at the switch.
because everybody's allowed to have off days. I have an off day. Stephanie has an off day. And, you know, you can usually tell. And these are her off days.
Yeah.
So she asks Chrissy, like, which roller do you want? She's like, this one or this one?
Ugh.
This one or this one? Finally, she's
Very
like, this
manic.
one. She's so manic, you guys. And Chrissy's like, I'll take that one. And then Chrissy's like rolling her dough correctly. Meghan doesn't really know how to roll dough correctly. Like I said, Chrissy Teigen knows how to cook. It's like rolling the dough correctly. Meghan's doing it wrong. And then Meghan finally goes, well, it's because I don't have the one you have.
Yeah.
She blames it on Chrissy.
Classic narcissist. It's
Total-
your fault that I'm not doing this right.
Yeah.
The fact that the dough is not rolling correctly
Yes.
is because you chose this roller and had to give me the bad one.
Exactly.
I'm a narcissist.
Yeah, it has nothing to do with the fact that I don't know what I'm doing in the kitchen. So then Chrissy does something that is so Chrissy Teigen. This was very authentic. She looked at the numbers on her arm.
Mhm.
She has 4 kids and she's got their birthdays. Actually, she had the 5 kids because she lost 1 kid. She lied about
Jack.
having a
Jack.
abortion,
Yeah.
but she actually had a miscarriage. And so she's got 5 dates on there. And she couldn't tell if there was a 16 or an 18. And then she goes, John, when was so-and-so born? And he goes, on the 16th. And then that is so Chrissy Teigen. So again, Meghan was making me root for Chrissy Teigen at this point because Chrissy at least was being authentic. That is Chrissy Teigen. I'm telling you, she's a bully. Chrissy is a total stuck-up elitist,
yeah.
but she's also a huge dummy.
She's
a
an
dummy.
She's an airhead.
Chrissy never lied about her past. She was always honest about like how she would pose. She was always honest about the Sports Illustrated.
She admitted that she stalked John.
She admitted she stalked John. She admitted that the only reason in the beginning she was able to get him was because she allowed threesomes, that they would have threesomes all the time. She admitted they would hang out at the Soho house.
He broke up with her and she said no.
Yeah, like
I mean, it was crazy.
She like flat out said, yeah, like I did
I
threesomes to keep him around. Like
stalked that guy.
I did everything I could. Like she was completely honest about it. She's not lying like Meghan is, where, you know, well, we'll get to that, where Meghan's like, he said he loved me first. This is when I was truly afraid for Chrissy. Because when Meghan went back into the drawer to get the other roller, because she wanted the roller like Chrissy,
Yeah.
I was really terrified that she was going to knock her over the head because of the way she was looking at her.
She's too busy boiling a bunny.
Now, of course, Netflix has to cut to Meghan doing something on her own because, again, I don't think she had these people for a long amount of time. They either got like 40 or an hour of their time. So Meghan teaches us how to make rose water. And we have to sit there and watch her frickin' do it.
I gotta be honest, I just fast forwarded.
Yeah, no, because I knew, me too.
I knew what was gonna happen.
She's explaining it to the
Okay.
crew. It is the most boring thing ever, but they have to fill time.
Then they go on to craft. Whatever. I didn't pay attention to it. But then they started talking about, you know what? We've had a lot of chapters in our life, and one really matched up. And they start talking about Deal or No Deal. But Meghan has to make a point that Chrissy Teigen was not actually a Deal or No Deal model. She was an alternate
Yes. She had to make a point of
She
that.
had to make a point of that she was not actually on the show.
Yeah.
She was just the alternate model.
Yeah. Even though Chrissy Teigen went on to fame and stardom.
Yes.
She had to knock her down a couple pegs.
And she reiterated,
Yeah.
you know what? All us girls, we were so not competitive. We were so like supportive of each other. We were not competitive.
Yeah.
What does that mean?
I don't know.
I guarantee, listen, could you imagine Meghan Markle actually trying to make friends with an alternate?
No.
I
doubt
because
she
it
even
would
talked to her.
It would not serve Meghan any purpose to speak to Chrissy Teigen on that set.
Well, see, but what I love is years later, Meghan was hired as a model for that DirecTV football thing.
Yeah.
And Chrissy Teigen was there with Serena Williams as a celebrity, but
Yeah.
Meghan was there as a background extra.
But that's what I'm saying.
I
It's
love that.
But they're both bullies. So who cares?
But see, that's the problem. Meghan was making me root for Chrissy in this episode because she was just knocking her down again and again. So finally, Chrissy's play date is over and they had made homemade Cheez-It crackers or something like that.
the leftover sourdough was made into crackers.
He eats one and then he looks at like the jewelry they make and he looks at Megan's pink pants and all he has to say to her is, it matches her pants.
Yeah.
That's all he says.
And then he walks out.
And then he takes his wife and he leaves. Well, he hugs her because she goes in for the hug, but then he's out of there.
Oh,
he's
gone.
done.
He's done.
He's done. Then we get the episode with Queer Eye for the Straight Guy, Tan France. And it starts out with Meghan going into that witch's bookstore, Godmother's, and being super creepy and buying kids' books for him because he's a new dad. And she's super excited. So what does she do? She teaches us how to wrap gifts again because we didn't get it the first time.
Why does she use so much tape?
Why does she use so much wrapping
It's a
paper?
lot of tape.
Yeah. She's making like chai tea lattes. And I swear to God, I wrote it down. I quote, she says, "The honey is going to meld with the tea." And then I wrote in all caps, "What else would the honey do in hot water?" She had to tell us that, like, when you put honey in hot water, it melds with the tea. Okay.
I wrote down, she sounded like a cheerleader when she said, "Okay, let's make latte."
Oh yeah. Oh, I forgot about
That
that.
was crazy. I was like, what is she talking about? Like, that's her funny bit.
So Tan France is not taking any of Meghan's BS. Like, you could just tell. He has a show on Netflix now, or he has a show coming out. So you can tell it's like a contract that he's fulfilling, just like with Mindy Kaling.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he has to be there.
Yeah.
And he's just kind of going through the motions. I don't think he really likes her. And he can also tell when she's completely lying. And that's very evident because, and this was scripted. There's no way Tan would just ask this question. He asked Meghan, who said "I love you" first in the relationship. Meghan wants us to believe that on their third date, when Harry flew her to Botswana to go camping with him.
5 nights.
Because he's never done that with any woman ever. She wants us to believe that he said "I love you" on that third date in Botswana first. That's what she wants us to believe. Here's her saying it.
Was there a moment that you were like, oh no, I know that I love this guy?
Yes, that was our third date.
Did you tell him first or did he tell you?
He told me.
Oh, that's nice.
And when he says that,
Well, that's nice.
he is lying, but he has to say it.
He says, "I still got it."
Yeah.
What does that mean? Still got it? She's like clarifying the yacht girl stat. I still got it.
This is what scares me about Meghan's thought process. She's proud that a person she barely knows said "I love you" on the third date. Normally, that would be a major red flag to anybody, okay? For you to say "I love you" on the third date, You guys, that's not a normal thing to do. I don't care who you are. I don't care what fairy tale life you think you're in. But unless she got Harry good and drunk in Botswana, he might have said it. But first of all, I don't think he said it. But it just goes to show you then, well, then you were never in love, because you cannot fall in love with somebody like that on the third date like that. Like, he took you to Botswana. Let's be real. I mean, you know why he did it. Come on. I mean, you were willing to go. You were willing to go. He asked you to go to Botswana and you stopped everything and went. What do you think he was expecting on that trip, Meghan? I mean, good Lord, nobody is that
Look at
stupid.
the elephants.
I know. I want to take you to Botswana and go camping. Give me a break.
Major thing out of this episode with Tan was when she talked about Archie, and she said that every single time she makes the French toast with the dead flowers on top, he goes, "Mama, that's so beautiful." So Archie's like into landmines. He doesn't believe in Santa Claus. He's like artistic with his flower toast. Like, I mean, the kid is like a savant.
Yeah, it's like the craziest thing. You're right. I had totally forgotten about that.
I mean, Mama, that's so beautiful. And as she's saying that, the flowers are burning on the pan while she's scooping up the French toast.
Yes.
So all you see are burnt flowers around. I mean, that is the most unappetizing thing I could imagine for children to eat.
Yeah.
For any child. I'm not a mom yet, but my God.
I just wrote, Tan is so over this S. That's all I wrote. So that's pretty much the Tan France episode. It was really stupid.
Of course, Netflix pulls the most interesting thing and puts it into a teaser.
Yes.
And this is it.
Yeah.
What was that you just added?
Flower sprinkles. I love them.
Wow, that's the gayest I've seen in a long time.
Netflix didn't do that. I did that.
But it's so interesting that Netflix thought that would be the draw. This is going to put her in the top 10,
It's
guys.
what they played the day before the episode. It was their only teaser.
This will do it.
Because Stephanie, it really is. It was
that
only
was the
interesting
bet.
thing
That
in
was the
whole
only interesting
8
thing
parts.
in 8 episodes.
The next episode, Meghan, of course, starts the show off making more toast.
Mhm.
She's making the apple butter that she supposedly got from her grandmother, which I doubt she did. And it's always toast.
Well, Samantha Markle actually told us.
She
this
verified
story.
that on.
She verified this on Dan Wooten
Yes.
yesterday.
She's saying there's no way that happened because she didn't really spend that much time with her grandma.
She
Which
said
I gotta
she's-
believe Sam on this.
Sam and her brother did.
Yeah, yeah.
Not Meghan.
So she's inviting this chef over, and I really feel bad because this woman was like super nice. I can't remember her name. That's how uneventful it was. Meghan.
Dude, I had fast forward on that whole episode.
I actually
couldn't
watched
deal
it.
with it.
Meghan and her did not mix, not because the woman was kind of reserved. The woman was very outgoing and nice, but Meghan doesn't know how to respond to that. She doesn't know how to respond to like people talking to her and actually starting healthy conversations. She just had this look on her face with this girl the whole time, like she didn't want to hang out with her. She wanted to go sit at the popular kids table. How could you bring this woman on my set? I can't believe I have to be in the set. Like I'm not kidding you guys.
It's like
These were the looks on her face. I couldn't find a good one.
It's like when you're in middle school and you get paired up in home ec.
Yes.
Yeah, you know what I
Yes.
mean? But it's like you don't want to get paired up with that girl.
Yes.
That's what Megan's doing.
Yeah. This girl was actually really nice and outgoing, but Meghan was not having it. Again, you guys, these were the faces she was making. This was all Netflix had to work with. She just kept being very condescending to her. She didn't want to listen to her at all.
The only thing I got from this episode was when the woman was trying to make a salad. And that's her segment. She was trying to make a healthy salad.
Yeah.
And then Meghan goes, instead of making salad, let's just eat cheese all day.
Yeah.
Like she couldn't let the woman finish her segment.
Yeah, well,
it had to be all about Meghan then.
Well, the other thing I got was when the woman was using dates, and Meghan goes, "I had to eat so many dates when I was pregnant. The doctor made me eat dates." And she goes, "Oh, because of the iron." She goes, "So many dates." I could have sworn in Morocco, Meghan was like, no to the dates. So, I mean, she's being a little like loose with the truth on that one. The only other crazy thing is because, of course, she only has about 20 minutes of the guests on, and then they have to fill time. She starts to roast a chicken. You guys, she's stuffing this bird up the bird's bum. And this is what I don't understand. I'm not against anybody that roasts chicken and does that. She rescues chickens, correct?
Mm-hmm.
How can you have chickens running around in your backyard that you rescued, and then you've got it? Like, seriously, guys, she was stuffing the inside of it.
I think
she was then putting it under the skin.
Right.
It was gross. I had to fast forward it. I was being
I
grossed.
didn't watch that.
I was totally grossed out, so I didn't like that.
But also, I mean, we got to mention the ducks. Where are the ducks?
Never going to know as long as Gavin Newsom is in office. We will never know what happened to those ducks. And we get the olive oil factory episode, and Jamie's with her. Jamie Kern-Lima.
Just out of nowhere.
She barely says anything.
This was definitely a contractual obligation because Meghan did her podcast. She got to do this. I mean, Jamie probably bought her way into this show.
Yes.
Thinking it was going to be sensational.
Yeah, I thought Jamie was going to be in the whole episode, but this was actually the Jay Shetty episode. Yeah. So you get them.
You get 2 grifters for one.
Yeah, exactly. 3 grifters for one. So you get her at the olive oil factory, and they're making olive oil, and they're like, "Isn't this great?" This was definitely Netflix trying to, again, kill time, because there were all these shots. I had mentioned this before in the trailer. There were all these shots of artistic olives just being thrown around that looked.
They were at the factory.
It was out of the blue,
and Meghan was fascinated. Like,
she had never been to an olive.
Look at how they make olive oil.
Oh my god!
And then one of them said it. I don't know which idiot said it, Jamie or Meghan, but something about like, "Oh, your skin must be so smooth at the end of the day."
Oh yeah,
at the end of a work day, your skin.
It was Meghan.
It's so smooth.
It was Meghan.
Yeah,
she was
whatever.
That guy. So this is the Jay Shetty episode, the grifter episode, the life coach, fake monk guy. And Meghan immediately alcohol shames them before they even come into her home. She starts making flavored water, and it's almost like she's complaining about it. They don't drink alcohol. So she's like, we can still make it fun with making it flavored.
Mocktails.
Basil in it. I mean, I'm sure it tastes like crap.
Mint,
she
basil.
was putting everything in the kitchen sink into this water, and it was so uncomfortable. But
they had to drink it.
They had to drink it. So they come rolling in, and she's like, "Here,
pretty
now you
girl,
can
pretty
tell
woman.
She's very pretty,
very beautiful woman.
She barely touches hers because you could just tell she doesn't want to drink it. Meghan obviously spiked hers. You can tell because Megan's already
it's a different
downing
color
it.
too.
It's a different color. It's definitely a different
lighter.
shade.
It's diluted by vodka.
Exactly, and there's probably alcohol on her breath. And
cigarettes.
Again, she's got this disheveled.
There's nothing wrong with that, though.
Nothing wrong with this. Look,
just don't tell us something and then do another thing.
I drink and cook all the time.
That's what people do.
That's all I ever do. That's fine. But she was making a point that they didn't drink. She had to alcohol shame them.
Ashley says at one point, she goes, we were in Ojai at the olive oil factory, and then she's like, have you ever been there? And then Jay plugged his books. He was like, I've been to Ojai on retreats for my books.
Yeah,
he plugged that was his only purpose. He said nothing else. The dude said nothing else.
And so the whole episode was a take on being plant-based. So Jay, I'm not kidding you guys.
Grifter.
He is such a grifter.
Oh yeah.
He does not like his time wasted. I'm telling you, I've seen this guy like in paparazzi shots when he doesn't know the camera's on him, when he's with the Kardashians.
Yeah.
Unless he is doing it for money, you cannot waste this guy's time.
Oh God, no.
He did not look happy. And Meghan is trying to do vegan soap. She kept using the word connect and connection. I wrote that she used it like 112 times. Meghan just kept looking at them every time they were talking, like she wanted them to stop. And this is nothing against.
Her wig was
this is a
definitely
wig.
not on.
Correct. Yes.
No, the wig. Daniel must have been
off that day or something. Oh no, he does makeup. Maybe you're a wig person.
I don't know. Wig person.
I don't know. I've watched
the wig was not.
Yeah,
good.
I've watched enough Kardashian episodes to know that that's a wig.
Oh,
that's
God.
not her hair. That is an actual wig, allegedly. Then we get to that British chef that did Harry and Meghan's wedding. You guys, this made me so uncomfortable. This woman either didn't like Meghan, or this is just her personality. But it was insanely uncomfortable. She's trying to make dinner rolls. Again, bread. We got to make bread. And they just came from like a fish thing. So they're making like a fish dish. And it was really stupid. She picked out fish. And Meghan did not guess the weight of the fish, and Meghan was very upset she didn't guess the weight of the fish.
I was noticing the measurement. She was really upset about measurements.
Again, very, very competitive.
Very competitive.
It's almost like if she can't do something, she doesn't want to try. That's the baking thing.
No,
like if I can't do it, I won't do it.
Or it sucks.
Yeah.
If I can't do something the right way, then it sucks.
Yeah. Now watch this exchange.
Really nice.
Oh. She doesn't show any eye contact. She just like hands it to her and she like throws it at her, the dinner rolls.
Yeah. And then we'll cover it with like cling film.
Cling film. The plastic wrap. Oh, what did you guys say? Aluminium instead of aluminum foil? Aluminium?
Tin foil.
Great. So
we say garbage cans. You say bin.
No, but the dead space, like I got uncomfortable.
Yeah,
I was like, it's like it's tin foil, you dumb bee.
But you know what? This woman had to spend a wedding week with Meghan, which would have been the most traumatic experience of her life, I would imagine. I spend the wedding week.
You make a really good point.
I'd lose my mind.
You make a really good point.
I mean, holy moly.
Yeah, here is another scene that's super uncomfortable.
like the most glamorous halibut. Did you see my quote on the board today? Just for the halibut? Oh my gosh. Okay, back to the Parker House rolls.
Yeah.
No, look at how she rose.
Yeah, it's great. You can see like how much it's changed. She's like doubled, and it's kind of, you know,
Squidgy. Squidgy.
Squidgy. I get it. Like sometimes personalities clash. Sometimes you just don't get along. It's not that you don't like each other. Maybe they just are different chemistry. But I'm gonna go with Meghan just being a dick.
married together. And I think really when you're cooking at like a high level haute cuisine, it's like a symphony of flavors and a harmony.
See, that's the problem. She just doesn't want to listen to anybody unless it's the words coming out of her mouth. Do you know what? Like, it's crazy, you guys. This was the best they could get out of her in these 8 episodes.
Balance and lots of things happening. And it's like classical music and understanding the beauty and finesse of something. There is.
See, this is like, do you guys see that? This is how this entire episode was. Just awkward. I wrote awkward. That's all I wrote is awkward. And then at one point, she tells the chef, I'm going to go make some compound butter, which is just butter already made mixed with an herb. That's all it is. You can put basil, you can put garlic. That's compound butter. And the girl looks at her like, okay, go for it. I don't care.
Place for everything, but I think everything in the world now is fast. And it's a bit of a shame because they miss so much beauty, and that's the same in food.
And also find the moments where we can be super present and sink into how beautiful this is.
I get the word salad at the end.
She actually said at one point, you eat with your eyes first.
Yes. Yes.
Then why put flour sprinkles
I forgot about that.
on things? Why are you putting disgusting ants all over your crepes.
Okay, so
You eat with your eyes first.
yeah.
What?
Megan then is meeting her friend, the Pilates girl, Heather Dorak. Okay, this is Heather's episode. We thought. Megan starts the episode teaching us how to pack a bag. But she's not teaching us, like, you know how you like to have those tutorials, like how to fold? She's not doing that. No, like, you know, those TikTok videos, like those come in handy.
Yeah, it's funny because on Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, Heather Dubrow teaches us how to pack with tissue paper.
Yeah, I mean, she didn't give us any tips or tricks.
There's no tips here.
This is the only tip is you can pair a white t-shirt with jeans and then you can put a blazer over it.
I wear that every day.
Oh my God, Jennifer Aniston called. She wants her ideas back. I mean, oh my God, we learned that 20 years ago,
She's
Megan.
stuck in the 90s.
She is so stuck in the past. Like, duh.
She peaked in high school.
Oh my God, you wear a blazer with jeans and a white
shirt?
t-shirt? I never do that. Oh my God. That's never my airport look. Oh my God.
She's got that grueling 45-minute drive.
Yeah. So then they're shooting and they're pretending that she's driving to LA from Santa Barbara. But then this is when it gets weird. She doesn't pick up Heather. They don't check into the hotel. You don't see them greet each other. It just cuts straight to this pottery scene where they're making pottery in Malibu. And Heather barely talks. So this is what I think happened. Either Heather doesn't do well on camera. It just might have been like, we need another episode. We need a friend of yours.
Doesn't she do a workout video?
Megan's being super uncomfortable during the pottery class. And then it just goes straight to them at like the Soho bar in Malibu. Okay. Which I'm sure Megan is really used to. And she's like trying to flirt with the bartender. And he keeps moving closer to Heather because he's super uncomfortable. Like, he's just not into it.
Look at Megan's face.
Yes. I'm telling you.
I can't even do that if I tried.
No.
I mean, I mean, that's insane.
Yeah. At one point, the guy is saying what he used to do, and he used to be a lawyer. We'll hear what Megan says and then hear what he says back.
Put some ice.
How did you get into mixology?
Okay. Do you guys see that? When she says mixology, she's actually giving herself credit in her own mind right there. She's rewarding herself for saying mixology because she thinks she invented that word just now.
Mixologist.
No, I'm just saying. Do you notice that though?
Yeah.
Look at her face and she closes her eyes going, I still got it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's crazy.
How do I get that? Very good question.
Look at Heather.
So I was a lawyer in New York, and
Did you watch Suits?
no, I don't watch basic cable.
That's when narcissists smile and laugh like that, you better walk out of the room.
You guys,
She's mad.
I am telling you, Netflix put that in there as a dig. Because we have been telling you this, other YouTubers are telling, everyone's telling you this, all Americans are saying this. Nobody watched that show because nobody watches basic cable. Nobody clicks through their channel changer anymore and just looks for shows. I'm not saying that they didn't put it out on Netflix and then it got a following. I'm talking about in 2013 to 2015, 16 when she was on, nobody was watching Suits. They end the show with Megan on a balcony with Heather. And again, there is some friction going on between those two. And she's like, here's some treats. I made you my sugar cookies with the thumbprints and my jam. And she's like, thanks, I guess. And she's like, I know you like those. I don't know if she said that, but she was like, but it was just like, thanks for the cookies. Okay, so we get to the final episode and they think they're going to get the ringer. Like, let's put in Jose. Jose has had a cooking show before. It was on CNN where he went around Spain. It was actually really good. I watched it. Yeah. He's got energy. He's got juice.
He's on Bravo.
Yeah. Now, this is my opinion because just the way he just stormed into the kitchen and just to, I think at this point to deal with her.
Yes.
I think he was wasted the entire time.
I think people have to drink around Megan.
Jose, that's not
Chrissy
a knock
Teigen
on you.
Went off the wagon.
Yeah, she's off the wagon.
She's
now.
off the wagon.
Something's going on.
Like when you're around Megan, you have to drink to survive.
Yes. So
Harry.
he brings in like this leg. She's grossed out by it, but she wants to make like a big meal for the 80-person crew that it takes to put this show together. That I would never admit that in a million years, that it takes 80 people. That's embarrassing. I would say like it takes like 5 people, but it's embarrassing. So she goes and gets like a bunch of seafood.
But at least at this point, we saw black people.
Yes, that's true. We did. It was the first time on the show that she said, not the first time, but
no, it is.
Well, Tracy Robbins
in
was
part
in the
two.
Yeah, in
I'm
part
talking
2.
about part 2. It's
Yes.
the first time
we saw a black person.
we saw a black woman.
Yeah. So Meghan buys all the seafood for it and she brings it back. And I kind of fast forward through it because Meghan is grossed out. The audience is grossed out because he really is like cutting into the fish. And I just didn't like it.
Also, I noticed because they're making tapas. When she says tapas, she does it in this thick, Hilaria Baldwin accent. She goes, tapas?
No.
She goes, tapas?
I have an
tapas?
She goes, I have an Argentinian accent. Like it's the
Yeah, no, but she says it. She goes, I'll be
Dialect.
making tapas.
Yeah, and it's all about the sound.
And then she says, and then at one point she goes, and then we're gonna make paella.
No, paella.
Paella.
Yeah, it's the way she says it.
Crazy.
It's
It comes
crazy
out
dialect.
of nowhere.
It's this crazy dialect, and you can tell that
paella.
It's just a way people memorize things. So that's the way she memorized it. She didn't actually know what she was saying. She had memorized something.
She also tried it with ricotta. Did you see that? She
Yeah,
goes,
ricotta.
She goes, ricotta. She goes, ricotta is the cousin of cream cheese. She goes, ricotta.
So Jose's actually at the party. Harry didn't make an appearance, but Jose was there and he had a craft with him and he was just drinking out of it. And he was going to town, man. And I don't blame him. I don't blame him at all.
That was the most normal thing about the show is that
Jose
you
getting
have
wasted.
to get wasted to be around this chick.
I mean, it really made me like crave alcohol afterwards. Remember, I turned to you and I said, I know it's like
It's 4 o'clock.
We
in the
had
morning.
to get ready for Dan, but I was ready to go to like happy hour. So now we want to get to the part out of all 8 episodes. I mean, she was mean, she was horrible, she was rude, she was a terrible host. She can't cook. It wasn't interesting. It was boring, but
still got it.
Yeah. There was one part that was super offensive.
Yeah, it was the episode with Tan France, and they were talking about how it's hard being away from their children. I knew she was going to do it too.
Yeah.
She talks about the Queen's death. She said that the longest she's been without her kids was for 3 weeks. She could have ended it there. She then doubled down and said, I was not well.
She could have flown the kids in at any point. I mean,
I was not well. The whole world wasn't well. Our queen just passed away. You weren't well?
yeah.
You got to stick that in our faces?
She's a horrible person.
Horrible person.
Okay, guys, we promised you we'd watch it. We gave it to you. You did a great job not giving it any clicks and views.
It was amazing.
Obviously, I'm so proud of us in general. I'm just so happy right now. I don't know how the Sussex squad is going to spin this, but I can't wait. We are going to have some fun content this week.
It's great.
Going through them trying to spin this because I plan on going on TikTok and looking for some fun videos. I know Meredith. I know Money Making Meredith was already like kind of like doing damage control.
I'm sure she was.
Yeah, because tomorrow what we're going to do is what we tried to set out to do yesterday, but poor Stephanie, her foot, and she had to take her pain medication. But we're going to
I have a sprained ankle.
Yeah, we're going to react to the Bloomberg interview that Meghan did, and we're going to fact check it in real time because she lied the entire time. We're not going to say allegedly. She lied the entire freaking time. And we have the receipts, and that is what we will be doing tomorrow. Thank you for putting up with us today. We did it for you. We love you guys. Hopefully we will never have to do this again. I don't think this is ever going to happen again. I think if they
It's
do
canceled.
Yeah, I think the Christmas episode, if it comes out, it will be filmed on an iPhone. It will be in her house. And that's going to be the end of it. It'll be like an hour-long special.
They'll
That's
show-
what's going to happen.
They'll show the kids.
Yes.
I think Netflix put a stipulation on this.
Yes.
It was definitely one of those things that's like your show got canceled.
Yes.
We want more money out of you.
Yes.
But you got to show the kids.
Yeah, if you want a paycheck, that's fine. We'll let you do an hour-long Christmas special. We're not going to give you 8 episodes. We're not going to give you a crew of 80, but you have to show your kids.
It will be the same night as Princess Catherine's show.
It better not be. Oh my God. There'll be riots in the street.
Oh man.
I'll start it. You want to talk about setting dumpsters on fire, Portland? I will go down to downtown Portland and I will light a dumpster on fire if she attempts to do that night. Okay, you will see me on the news the next day.
ICE has nothing on Nancy.
Local twin Nancy Sidley.
Local twin.
Nancy
That's what they'll call you.
Yeah, lights dumpster on fire over anger of Meghan Markle's Netflix show. Today's animal rescue is Wilma's dogs, Mr. K's Rescue. They rescue cats and dogs out of high kill shelters. They provide foster care for them, veterinary care. You guys, these are the people that are saving lives. These small shelters. We actually just love these guys so much. We feature them a lot because they're constantly rescuing animals off death row. So let's give to them. Let's show them some love. We're going to put their link in the description box below. Please share them with friends and family. It does make a difference.
All right, guys. Well, I'm going to go ice my leg.
Yes. And we will
My
see
ankle.
you tomorrow. We got a full show tomorrow. So have a great night. We love you.
I still got it.